Hi there, hi friend. Welcome to Curated Temperance Messages. These messages are specially curated to help you break out of perceived limitations, so I hope this message suits you well. We are going to do a fire sign energy check-in here, and these are going to be timeless. Every message up here is definitely timeless. The goal is to strive for clarity and for divine alignment and everything of that nature, okay? So the first card I got up here is Ignite Ambition for my fire signs. It says, pursue desires with drive and face consequences bravely. Keep an open mind as answers reveal your journey, all right? I'm gonna just take the first three cards up here. It says, behind the veil, welcome uncertainty as an opportunity for growth and be okay with not knowing. Answers unfold. Keep your mind open and be willing to learn from this experience. All right. All right, fire signs. And we've got trust yourself. For some of you, this could be an energy that you are transforming out of, or energy that you had to transform through is what it kind of feels like here. It feels like there were different parts of something within yourself that you have had to rediscover. It feels really uncomfortable, to be honest. It feels really uncomfortable, honey. Like, what is this? Fire signs, I feel like yeah, I feel like you've got a lot of learned lessons that have came from your experiences here. It's not bad at all. And I feel like that's kind of where you sit. You sit very I want to say dormant, but it's not that. It's like you sit ready. Okay, you're ready and you are resourceful and you have a lot within you. You have a lot that you could need to share. You have a lot that you could ignite within other people even, okay? Ignite ambition. I feel like here too, this is kind of like a path forged in fire. And I feel like it's just something where you understand your level of protection, okay? You may be okay, like it's something about emotional regulation even, or mental regulation. There could have even been an instance where people wanted to play on your top here. Maybe they wanted for you to sacrifice your happiness or to sacrifice what you desired, family, love, money, career, structure, stability, okay? Like it seems like maybe those types of things could have been struggles in the past, or some type of perceived obstacles for you here. But then it's like there were situations or experiences, even something that you could have fought through even, because this does feel like there's a lot of making up for lost things, or I don't know why this movie is in my head, but it's with Halle Berry. It's called Things We Lost in the Fire, okay? And I guess the theme of that movie was how there was a recovering addict, and pretty much in the movie, Halle Berry was the one that kind of believed and gave him the resources to be able to find himself again. Like, it wasn't easy, but it was like a real journey to go through to kind of bring yourself out of some type of conditioning, or because it could even be emotional conditioning. But yeah, that movie is so interesting. I cannot believe I'm channeling that. Things We Lost in the Fire with Halle Berry, okay? That movie came out a really long time ago, all right? If you want to look it up, you could look it up, okay? It's a really intense type of movie, okay? But yeah, cool, spirit. So yeah, maybe even to, it's never been within you to depend on anything on the outside that really wasn't beneficial. So I'm not sure if these things or these motives or something were just something that you were realizing because of where you were at in life. Because this behind the veil really does feel like it feels like divine protection in the midst of a tower. Seriously. Ooh. There could be some people in the past that wanted to project that, it was like they wanted to project their codependencies on you. Maybe you absorbed some of those codependencies as your own even, and it was in a way for you to lose yourself. It kind of seems like there's this theme here of things kind of playing out against you just to make you give up on yourself or to make you give up on life in general, okay? So it's like, this is really coming from a place of where you used to be, or what was supposed to been up against you here. A lot of people wanted you to be a lost cause or a missed opportunity. There could be people in the past that are realizing they did miss out on opportunities with you by kind of being in the way of transgressing intervention. This is giving intervention. Behind the veil also is kind of giving me this thing of breaking out of the matrix or the glitch or decoding certain things as well for you fire signs. For some of you, there's an energy of people that have tried to be you or have tried to even, I would say, narrate. Okay, we've got the puppeteer up here. They've tried to narrate what position you're playing or what your life is doing in the moment. Okay, trying to narrate those things, maybe because they wanted so badly to kind of bring up this narrative where you wouldn't be able to figure out who they were, what their motives were here. And a lot of people could have been projecting certain things, and you've had to claim your strength back from things, maybe even to kind of maneuver and cut off certain connections and reroute yourself, even because you saw where there was kind of like this misleading type of ordeal going on here. There's kind of like satellite movement going on here. For some of you fire signs, you could see through people. You could see through the projections that they held up. You could see what types of things were leading them into certain patterns or pathways or whatever. And this is kind of like a form of misleading people on purpose. For some of you, this could have an issue to do with like false prophets, even trying to piece you apart. That's been coming out a lot lately in this energy, okay? False prophets coming out. Those are people that they don't really have a true identity. They don't really know or understand what's going on. They're not willing to put in the work. They're too prideful even. So they would try to come up against you and you're like chosen or you're hidden in plain sight. They would try to come up against you and kind of project or even trade off their biggest insecurities at the point of trying to humiliate you even here, okay? There's something very significant about being grateful for where you are right now, because this is a form of knowing that you have a higher purpose here, okay? This is something where you have had to realize that you've had to remain focused on the best interests of your higher purpose here. And that's something that other people cannot explain. And that's something that other people also won't respect, okay? But for some this energy here it really is crazy, because it does feel like there was somebody trying to orchestrate your life or kind of influence the nature of who you are, your pathway or something of the nature. For some of you, this could have been someone that wanted to be really wanted to be your twin here. I just heard evil twin. This could have been a friend. This could have been a lover. This could have been someone that really just despises you because you exposed the phony and the fake. You're being guided to trust yourself here because all of this could really be murky waters, distractions. If you had been in a reflection phase, all right, Spirit. If you had been in a reflection phase here, a lot of these revelations could have been coming up here, okay? Yeah, because somebody is masking. It's like they're kind of using you as a scapegoat to mask some form of secret. Somebody has a secret, I just heard a hidden activity, a secret activity, honey. Oh my gosh. Somebody has a secret activity or a secret motive here about what it is that they are protecting or hiding. Okay? And that could be something for you where you notice that, you see that. For some of you here, this could be feminine energies in general, okay? For some of you, this could be families of people here because I keep hearing about feminine energy, okay? This could have been feminine energies, motherly energies. A lot of people are also afraid of your side of the story because they don't really know what you're going to say because they thought that they kind of had control of certain narratives. This is given like sleeping with one eye open even, okay? So, yeah, damage control is very significant here, all right? Somebody is in denial that they were hoping to perceive a situation with you involved involuntarily about protecting them and their story or protecting them for the very reasons of them not wanting to be accountable for themselves. And this was mainly out of fear, it feels like. Someone is afraid that you're walking away here, and you very well could be walking away. There's something about correcting your reputation here as well, the way people see you or view you, or something about authority here as well, fire signs. Balance is being restored in your life here. See, because a lot of things had to be destroyed in order for you to be set free, and that's kind of what people were afraid of. I'm seeing here. Whoever was projecting or whatever these setups were, okay? Okay? Woo, spirit, okay. Yeah, I had to switch those around, okay? That does feel better. Whatever people were projecting or kind of trying to force you to absorb here, okay? It literally was because they are afraid of who you are. They are afraid of who you have become. They really don't truly know who you've become. But it's like they've tried to calculate based on what they thought they could see or based on what they thought something was. There's like this thing of you being the mirror that a lot of people turn away from because they cannot stand their own reflection here. You've woken up here, and that kind of like that analogy of like sleeping with one eye open, okay? Like seriously, sleeping with one eye open, honey. Let's take a deeper look at this. If you're sleeping with one eye open, that means you are still able to see things, and even too, you're gaining a stronger perspective here, okay? Because certain abilities become heightened when you have to rely on something else a certain way. So that could have been a thing for you too with this trust yourself. You've had to really rediscover parts of yourself that would allow for you to walk away from things that do not serve your higher purpose here, okay? And if this had something to do with like ancestry or community, even, it seems like people had not realized that they could not do anything to stop your awareness. And for some of you here too, there's a particular energy, could be a motherly type energy, because I keep feeling that wavering over me, okay? It could be a narcissistic, or, you know, like a distorted feminine archetype, distorted feminine and women and period, okay? Afraid of your awareness, afraid of you waking up, because that would mean that you would not be able to be deluded under their confinement anymore, because it could have been something about protecting someone else's image, or inflating the ego of others under you dimming your own light here. And that did not serve your higher purpose here. People are truly afraid of your power here. That's the issue. They're truly afraid of your power. So it's like before you could even become aware of yourself, or before you could even know, they were trying to target you at places that they thought you could not see for yourself, about yourself, your strengths, your vulnerabilities, your masterful skill sets, things of that nature, okay? But honestly, like you could be realizing that you actually needed to be a little more reckless in order for you to create safety around yourself, instead of being humble. They wanted you to be humble so that they could continue to project things at you, so that they could continue to live in these false narratives about themselves based on you enabling and defending them. It was like you could be involuntarily enabling or defending these things, or these people, or these environments, simply by you not speaking up, or simply by you not owning and taking control of who you are and what you truly perceive for yourself. This is a problem here, fire signs. A lot of people do not want you to be individualistic here, because you are very strong, confident, and brave. Someone is in a shadow. Someone is in a shadow living, south node living. Someone is a karmic, or you could have had a lot of karmics around you here. It was kind of creating like dead weight around you, like things that you felt like you had to work on, even though it was like they were just throwing all these things on you. For some of you, this could have been black magic they were throwing here to kind of manipulate the energy and the connections around you, to make you give up on yourself, on your life, and everything of that nature. But it's like it just helped you rely on yourself more, and that's something that they were not depending on. They were not depending on you relying on yourself to a point where you would actually become comfortable with the illusions that were continuously being casted. It was like sitting still, okay? Isolation and sitting still, okay? You could have gotten isolated, and you could have had to sit still, whether through meditation, you know, this third eye energy, meditation, discernment, awareness even, okay? Because people just want to live a bunch of fake lives, and they want for you to be comfortable with that as well, because they truly do not lead their life in authenticity or power. Somebody could have been trying to gain their strength off of your silence. You've gotten away from these things, especially over here. You've gotten away from these things. Yeah, people are afraid that you're walking away from stuff. You're walking away from things. It's like the more aware you become, you walk away from those things, especially if it's like sitting right in front of you. You know, because these are clouds here. Eventually, the cloudiness is going to disappear, and you're going to be illuminated to what something really is. They're afraid that you're walking away here. For some of you, somebody thought you would never walk away. If this was a lover or a friend or someone that just thought you would keep putting up with their negativity, or, you know, whatever goes on, fire signs. In this energy here is so crazy, because it seems like here in this course correction, because that's what it seems like, course correction for the fire signs. This is kind of like trailblazing through the things that were never meant for you to become enveloped in. And for some of you here, you could have felt like there was a stronghold. The old you is gone as well. That's the problem. The old you is gone. And because the old you no longer resonate, you've outgrew the old you. And that also is a big contributing factor to why these things are no longer working. Yeah, trust yourself is definitely the theme of your life right now, fire signs. Trust your intuition, trust your compass, trust everything. Yeah, look at that. You are protected, fire signs. You've been protected the entire time. Your journey has been protected the entire time. We got stop and reflect here, okay? And we've got groove of unity up here, okay? Yeah. For some of you here, this could have been about a love connection here as well. Like, if some of you were getting away from narcissistic dynamics, even people did not want for you to find love or to gain love or self-love or love with another person, okay? Because that would mean that you would not be available. You will not be available for these low vibrational things. There's something that is pushing you ahead here. There was a pause in your journey here, and it was kind of like in those moments, you had to come to a remembrance. So while you were awakening and your awareness was expanding, your remembrance was strengthening you. So unity within, but it does feel like love is somewhere. Love is somewhere in a horizon here. I'm not talking about love and light, okay? But it's somewhere on the horizon here. For something to serve your higher purpose would be for you to be able to be in harmony with all things that are of your higher purpose, which would mean your focus would have to be on the things that you desire or the things that contribute to you being in alignment. That could have been a hesitation or a fear of yours. Being solely focused with tunnel vision. The tunnel vision would not allow for you to include yourself in misaligned trying times. It's not supposed to. Pulling from the top of the deck here. Woo, winds of fortune. Stay in the flow. Soul whispers, yeah. So you've deconstructed a lot of past programming. Winds of fortune here. This feels like you are having better days, or if things are becoming better for you. It had a lot to do with challenging your adaptability here. Not minimizing yourself, but challenging your adaptability. That would be being optimistic. Pouring into yourself. Learning that it is okay to not meet the expectations of outdated misfortune. Because a lot of things could have costed you here if you were going to hold yourself back. There's a cleansing taking place. There's a cleansing as you surrender. The more you surrender, the more things become clear, the more things align, the more mountains are moved. People are mad because your lessons did not lessen your blessing. Did not lessen your blessing, your bliss, your balance. Yeah, fire signs, it's up, honey. It's up, it's up. People wanted you to be humble. You have something bigger to fulfill here in the present time, okay? So that's very important. Fulfilling something in present time. Yeah, because I just keep hearing the word confinement. Other people or outside forces or evil forces wanted you to feel in confinement. Somebody could have been trying to lower your vibration to make everything around you collapse. They wanted to lower your vibration here. As long as your vibration stays low, you would be out of focus. You would not, yeah. It's kind of like you would lose sight of yourself to lower your vibration. So yeah, everything kind of crowding around to make you feel like you didn't have the strength to keep going. Okay, now the energy just passed. Ooh, thank you. Okay, I did not like, ooh, Lord. You are not in confinement. And it's impossible to lower your vibration here. You're a fire sign. Are you kidding me? What is going on here? It could have been out of jealousy, pride, jealousy, anything to kind of make it out like you were the problem. You had to be a target or a problem or something in nature so that other people could continue. But it's crazy because it's like, why would they be so triggered by you and you're not the one forcing your energy on them? You know what I'm saying? Rhetorical question. Like, why do you care? You're very powerful. People are afraid of your power because you don't boast it. A lot of these people were very boastful, egotistical, but that made them the weaker link. You could be coming into a form of emotional security. This emotional security allows for you to be aligned. Yeah, there's a lot of good in your energy here. You've got thrive and believe. Embrace growth, trust and promise, keep an open mind, answers reveal the path to fulfillment. There's something about things going for you, going in a steady motion, sudden growth, opportunities even, or things that did not seem promising, beginning to become open opportunities. They were never closed opportunities. It just either wasn't the right time or you are realizing that you've had to open up your own opportunities because that is what the Most High has gifted you with. The ability to move mountains and open opportunities is for your higher purpose and your highest good. It creates balance. We've got souls of balance here, and we've got on your own and manifest the new, fire signs. I'm telling you. Yeah, honey. Yeah. This is really good, fire signs. All right, let's clean this up. Because, yeah, that's a good one right there. It really is. If you guys like any of this content, please like, share, and subscribe. And please turn on the notification bell so you won't miss out. I will see you guys next time. Later, babes.